Well, hello, Virgo. Welcome to your general and love monthly reading for March 2020. I'm finally back. And before we get into these messages, I advise you guys to check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs in order to get a more detailed reading. Now, let's get to brass tacks, Virgo. There's a lot happening intuitively, psychically, emotionally, and even physically. Right now, there's a lot that's developing within you. Some of you guys are going through the awakening process, and it's intensifying. You guys are dealing with developing certain intuitive abilities that may have lied dormant within you. And I also feel like relationships as a whole are going to come to the forefront, and there are going to be some decisions that need to be made. It's all about maintaining balance, especially after a long period of imbalances. I hear some sirens in the background. You guys may not be able to hear them, but I do feel like there may be some urgent things that need your attention regarding health within the family or your own health and mental health. There's a lot that needs to be resolved. And for some of you, while you're dealing with the awakening process, your shadow could be coming out a lot more. So this could be, your shadow coming out in a more adverse way, and you're finding ways to properly integrate said shadow, or you're currently going back and revisiting some things that have been unresolved, and you're finally able to have heart-to-hearts, and you're able to sort things out. And mentally, emotionally, that will give you the clarity necessary to be able to move forward without all the baggage and without any external influences being able to impede upon your path. I also feel like, Virgo, right now more than ever, there may be some delays that may be causing some frustration when it comes to your goals, when it comes to travel plans, communication especially. There's definitely some complications concerning your projects. So this could be creative projects or, certain projects concerning work. And I feel like Mercury retrograde is the biggest influencer behind these delays and obstacles. It could even be bringing about a lot of conflicts right now. So there could be some, personality clashes, clashing of ideas, maybe some opposition that you're being faced with. And it may be causing a lot of indecision for you. And definitely when it comes back to Mercury retrograde, bringing back those exes, honey. Return of the ex. And you can also tell them return negative energy back to sender 100-fold, especially if they were the ones that brought about a lot of chaos in your life or brought about a lot of pain and heartache. There seems to be a lot that's now being exposed within your friendships, your family relationships, and especially within the self. So now you're taking a look at your life and your relationships, your foundations with a magnifying glass, and you're identifying what needs to be released and what you're able to keep. So, good things are developing regardless of these obstacles and conflicts you may be running into, and regardless of the delays as well, because at the end of the day, what's worth having is worth waiting for, and what's worth having is not going to be easy to attain. And we already realize this. But most of all, I feel like there's a lot of good fortune coming your way, you guys. So a lot of things are starting to manifest. And with that, let's go ahead and cut the deck here because I feel like they're ready. And guys, be wary of any perfectionism complexes that may cause you to procrastinate or may cause you to not make an effort on mastering yourself and mastering your skills and mastering your craft. If you're dealing with, any workplace issues where you're expected to uphold an unrealistic standard of perfection, that also needs to be done away with. There's definitely a lack of effort being made in some area of your life. And so your attention definitely needs to be redirected to rectifying these things here. Now, so far I'm seeing 2 8s. We just got through seeing the 8 of Pentacles reversed, but now we have the 8 of Swords reversed. So somebody is releasing themselves from an unhappy situation. Somebody may be releasing themselves from a family situation or some sort of living situation here. It could also be a deeper commitment that we're releasing ourselves from. And I also feel like if we've been feeling trapped in our minds, maybe we've been overthinking about some things, or maybe we're seeing that we're procrastinating due to fears or overthinking, we're starting to work through some of these obstacles especially. But I still see a lot of good things developing for you in the midst of all of these different things happening in your life. So far, we have a lot of major arcana popping out. We have the Temperance reversed, the Hangman, the Devil now, and the Justice reversed. So far, there's a lot definitely concerning your relationships and your foundations that will experience major conflict. And I also feel like there are going to be some serious changes regarding your living situation, your friendships, workplace, and all of the above. Now, there seems to be a lot going on where it's causing a lot of imbalance emotionally. And right now, especially with the Two of Chalices, it could have a lot to do with maybe someone trying to come back from the past, a decision in the past to reunite with someone from your past. So maybe you guys may have revived a situation with an ex here. And I also feel like maybe there could be a situation here where if you guys were looking for work, you guys found positions and, you know, you guys got new contracts on the table. But then I see this Temperance reversed, challenged by the Hangman. So let's take a look at the imagery on the Hangman. And you're having a hard time pulling yourself out of the storm right now, Virgo. There could be a lot emotionally that is still needing to play out. Things within your friendships, especially your relationships as a whole, and within your home that need to be worked through. And so far, whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, focusing on this is going to bring you great fortune. Finally, you start to feel like Lady Luck is on your side. Yet, there's still something that needs to be let go of and released. So this could have a lot to do with friendships from the past. I also feel like if you guys were dealing with third-party situations or multi-party situations for that matter, now that's being done away with. Somebody has made a decision to leave it behind for good just because it's affecting their mental health in a negative way. And with this Temperance reversed, there could be somebody here that, you know, just wants everything now. They don't want to have to work for it, or, you know, maybe they're impatient. I also see somebody's tempers are flaring up. There's been a lot of harsh things that may have been said, or somebody's ego has gotten in the way of an otherwise happy relationship. There's also an issue here where somebody is just not emotionally balanced for sure. I'm seeing that. And it could be due to a Sagittarius here, or maybe some of you guys have Sagittarius in your chart. I also see Capricorn and Libra coming up. And I also see Leo, Aries, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. There are a lot of people here, and that could all pertain to signs within your chart, or just the people that you are dealing with for sure, where there's been a lot of injustices. Somebody is way too much in their heads or way too much in their hearts. And what we saw earlier is now that we're releasing ourselves from being trapped in the mind, I feel like somebody is being over emotional about some unfair treatment here, or it's a simple case of somebody getting caught. Period, point blank. Somebody is getting stuck out. Whatever has been exposed within your relationships, it cannot be unseen. So whoever is trying to come back to reestablish a connection, it just doesn't look like it's going to get up off of the ground the way that everyone may be hoping it will. I also see this Devil card. So this is crowning you. And so far, I'm feeling like there seems to be a lot playing out regarding karmic relationships. There could be a strong physical attraction to someone here, or, you know, there could be somebody that's really charming, really charismatic. And I also feel like there could be an issue where somebody is really greedy or materialistic. They have a hot temper. They really don't want to establish a deeper connection. Maybe somebody has commitment issues here, or there's just an issue with, again, ego and emotional imbalance that's causing a lot of problems. There could be somebody that may give us a call, and somebody's expressing that they want to let something go. I also feel like there are love offers in on their way to you. So some of you guys could be dealing with the water sign who may be expressing interest or wanting to make an offer here to establish a deeper commitment after coming out of a period where you're leaving behind certain relationships and especially exes once and for all. I also see that right now, whatever decision needs to be made, it needs to be made, and somebody needs to stick to that. Because there's a lot of dishonesty. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Libra here that's dishonest, or dealing with, again, injustices here. Needing to go the legal route to rectify these injustices. There are even imbalanced relationships that I'm seeing. A lot of imbalances that need to be rectified for sure. Some of you guys may want to reach out to someone, maybe call someone, express how you feel. The advice is, for any injustices, I suggest you guys speak your truth. If you are seeking justice, go out and get it. This is all about finally not only standing in your truth, but finally speaking up and speaking out. Cutting off any ties and severing any soul ties as well with karmic relationships. Anything that is toxic. There could be somebody here that's dealing with an addiction to drinking, or just an addiction to drugs, addiction to sex, addiction to people, food, all of the above. And somebody needs to slow it down. There could be certain relationships where you've just gone back and forth with this person for a very long time, for years even. And it could be just because, you know, things are really good in the bedroom. You know, and that could be a delay in finally letting it go. There could also be just a strong attraction to someone here where somebody's feeling bound in some way. But whatever has occurred in the past is affecting this. I also see some of you guys are doing more research. Maybe you guys are exchanging ideas with certain people. You're focusing on your creativity for some of you. There may be some things that can't get up off of the ground at the moment, or maybe somebody is procrastinating. This could apply to you or people that you're dealing with or maybe wanting to collaborate with creatively, where the delays are just causing a lot of frustration. Somebody's getting blocked. So some of you guys could be blocking a fire sign here. Just because they're really flighty, you know, 1 minute they're in, 1 minute they're out. When things get tough, they don't have any follow through. They don't stick around. I also feel like this person is not loyal at all. There's also this energy where somebody doesn't want to commit, but they sure want to come back and sleep with us. For sure. I'm seeing a lot of references to that. And the challenge is letting it go. Somebody may be thinking about us, or you guys may be thinking about certain people here. I'm also feeling like there could be some creative ideas that you guys may be sitting on, and there could be some insecurities behind how good your work is, or whether people will like it or not, that could be preventing you from really making an effort the way that you know that you could. I also feel like there's somebody here that is just really insecure themselves. They're childish, they're immature, and that could also be the catalyst to certain instabilities within these friendships and these relationships. I also see the Five of Wands reversed. There could be somebody here that's dealing with a fatherly figure. Maybe this person has salt and pepper hair. I also see somebody with red hair, or somebody with long dark hair. It could be a male with long dark hair where some of this energy is referencing to. I also feel like you guys are hoping to avoid arguments. You don't want to argue about things, but you're afraid that things will lead into another argument. as they have many times before. And it's because somebody's not making an effort. It's like one person is doing more of the giving than the other. And somebody is really getting tired of it. There's also a person here, Prince of Swords reversed, where they are definitely impulsive and hot-headed. So if they don't get their way, they'll blow up. Or if they get called out on some truth, they blow up. They're mentally all over the place. They can't seem to focus for long periods of time. I also feel like this person is a ticking time bomb. They put themselves in danger. They endanger the lives of those around them. And I also feel like somebody needs to watch out for catfishing. I also see scam artists, hackers, people trying to steal information, and people that are just trying to cause pain. And somebody may act too hastily. Spout off at the mouth too hastily. They don't think before they speak. They don't think before they do things. That could also be what's causing a lot of issues within the situation. Some of you guys are definitely dealing with divorces or breakups. You know, everything was balanced at the beginning. Things really seem to take off, you know, in the right direction. But then something occurs where somebody decides to move out. Somebody is feeling lonely after the breakup. I also feel like there could be some financial losses here that some of you guys are dealing with currently due to unexpected expenses. Or for some of you that are dealing with scammers, be wary of that for sure, because there's definitely some of that coming about as well towards the center of the month. And I also feel like there's an issue with broken homes. So if, you know, there was a divorce that some of us dealt with as a kid, some of us are still working through some of those issues involved with that. There's a lot of temptation that we're going to have to overcome here. Some of us may be tempted to fight. There could be somebody that's trying to fight us, or they're verbally abusive in some way. They're just trying to cut us down in some way. And I see a lot of this is starting to snowball for some of you, to the point to where you have to speak your piece and decide to cut it off. I'm also seeing there's definitely somebody dealing with drinking or codependency in some way. Maybe they're addicted to people, addicted to alcohol, drugs, what have you. And this is what's causing this lack of emotional fulfillment. So somebody is hoping to reunite or hoping for a deeper commitment, but then there's one person that just grows tired of doing all the giving. They grow tired of the angry things being said, the arguing, the injustices, the dishonesty. They got tired of it. And so now something is not going to manifest, or someone's wishes will not manifest because of these things. I also see your energy, Virgo, with the alien reversed and Judgment now coming out. Definitely some conflict, you guys. Could be with a fire sign or an air sign, or all of the above. Multiple people for some of you. And at this point, there's somebody trying to hide. They're isolating themselves. They're withdrawing. They're not making an effort. They never finish anything that they start, or if they do finish it, they're not proud of it, or they say that they're going to do something at this time and it never gets done, or there's just always something that comes about with this type of energy here. Somebody's really hesitant. You know, they hesitate in life, and that hesitation prevents them from giving their all with their creative pursuits, with their goals in general. I also see a lot of energy that tells me that spiritually something is complete. So anything karmically, things will be finalized towards the end of the month. I'm also seeing major decisions here. Where somebody's going to have to decide to change in a positive way or stay the same and stay stuck right where they are. Somebody's going to have to face the music. But hiding from themselves and hiding from consequences is what's preventing them from actually healing and improving themselves. Somebody needs to change their attitude. And whoever's doing the isolating, or whoever's doing the, you know, the back and forth, or, you know, causing imbalances in relationships, whoever this is, this person needs to go. I'm hearing if you play with fire, you'll get burned, especially if it's the fire you played with in the past, especially with this Knight of Wands. I'm seeing somebody come in, you know, real quickly and leave as quickly as they came, you know. Then we have the Princess of Cups. There's going to be some sort of confession here. Somebody may make an offer here. Maybe we're messaging a water sign once again, and they're expressing how they feel about us. Maybe they're ready, you know, for a deeper commitment, or maybe they're expressing that they're physically attracted to us. And the good thing about all of this, Virgo, is that the more that you work towards healing yourself and refilling your cup and pushing through the stress, pushing through the fears, and getting over people from your past, turning down, you know, any offers here that you feel like you're not ready for, or anybody that you've dealt with in the past who has not reciprocated your love and your efforts, it's time to turn them down and block it off and replenish yourself and focus on self-love and self-care. Any creative blocks may need some time to change the mind, change the attitude, or change your belief system in order for you to have a more optimistic outlook on what you produce and what it is that you're going after. But I do see with this Six of Wands that we're going to be getting a lot of attention. There's going to be a lot of growth here. And there will be a positive shift in paradigm. The more that these conflicts and changes that you may be going through this month transpire, the more that's being exposed, you're able to identify, and again, finding that clarity to help you move forward with more success. And I do see triumph here. Triumphing over our enemies. We are expanding, and people are recognizing us for our abilities, for our gifts, and our talents. Some of us are looking for work, and we will be able to find work here. There could be somebody here that's an empath, or they're, again, developing some intuitive abilities that have been just discovered. These will help us navigate through some of the energies for this month. Those of you going through the awakening process, you're starting to step into your light body, integrating the shadow for sure. Some of you are beginning to do that, and that will definitely help amplify and accelerate this energy here with the Six of Wands. Spiritual, emotional, mental growth, growth within your projects, realizing your potential, and showing your talents to the world. Taking action on your creative ideas. Rather than thinking about the hows, the whens, the wheres, the whys, and the whats, focusing on action and letting your action speak for you will definitely help you within this energy. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and get you guys some advice. I'm going to be using the Speed of Light Oracle cards. There's the Ten of Wands reversed that I'm looking at here right as I started shuffling these, and there seems to be an immense amount of stress. I see the King of Pentacles reversed. Somebody's definitely dealing with somebody that's abusive, maybe an abusive father. Somebody that's all about appearances. They're financially, physically, mentally, and emotionally abusive. The first card that came out is butterfly. So some of you guys could be noticing more and more butterflies as we welcome in spring. And that is all about metamorphosis. You are right now at the beginning stages of metamorphosis. So you are still in the chrysalis for some of you. And now you are just emerging. And while your wings are still wet, you need to take that time to yourself to allow your wings to dry in order for you to take flight. Moving onward and upward is the energy for this month. And I'm seeing that there are a lot of frustrations because there's somebody here that's dealing with the breakup or divorce for sure, ending relationships with friends, you know, stepping away from certain family members that have been toxic, and that could be creating a lot of loneliness or sadness. Somebody has a lot of fear circulating around being alone, and they've got to work through that. They need to learn to love their own company, because that will also help them to find a more emotionally fulfilling relationship romantically and more emotionally fulfilling friendships. But whatever frustrations you're dealing with concerning delays with your creative pursuits, that will be a sign for you to rest and to get aligned with your purpose and where you're trying to go in life. This other card that fell earlier is Sacred Haven. So this is all about reflection, definitely. See, so there's definitely some time that you need to take to yourself in order to figure out what you really want out of life, rather than looking at what we don't want. All right, so this card is coming out, and this is Expanded Love. Beautiful. So let's start with the one at the bottom of the deck, Creation. Some of you guys would do well with actually taking action towards your creative pursuits. Anything that you've been putting off or procrastinating on, the more that you accomplish these things, you'll start to see things develop in the right direction more and more. Now, let's start with Creation. Uncoiling of your light source. As you explore and expand, you begin to reveal the true and authentic light that you are. Nothing inauthentic or untrue can be held in this pure light source of yours, which is pure creation. Within this light exists all of the abundance, inspirations, love, and the manifestation of your wildest dreams. You're being guided to focus on your inner light, as this will help you right now. You are a part of creation. Continue to uncoil and reveal your true light at your own pace as you embrace your place within this great expansion. The next one we have is Expanded Love. Your senses are on high alert as the veils are thinning. The fog is lifting and you are passing through an energy portal. Time stretches as these worlds overlap. Hold your center and balance as your frequency lifts. If you are struggling to sense this melding of words, then close your eyes, open your perceptions, and notice everything around and within you. Allow yourself to sense the overlapping of worlds in your own unique way, knowing that this is perfect for you as the veil thins on everything around you in your life, allowing everything to move to a new level. Now, I just realized, you guys, that I had read the card before this one. So I kept going just because I feel like that message is relevant. So back to this one, Expanded Love. Partnerships of any kind are beneficial right now. It's through this coming together and teamwork that we'll see more production, more activity, and more expansion for those involved. Through this expansion with another, there is a great ability to serve the greater good of all. It's through this intention of teamwork that a new loving direction is set into place. Whether this is a love partnership or business partnership, or maybe just the coming together for a brief time for productive conversation, it's through this combined approach that amazing things will occur. I'm hearing that you guys need to reach out, or if someone's trying to reach out to you, hear them out. You don't have to keep them in your life, but having open, honest dialogue and having that heart-to-heart may be just what you need to set yourself free and to give you that clarity. Now, the next one we have is Sacred Haven. Appreciate what you have, and soon you will move forward again. Bask in the beauty of the moment and notice the wonderful small things to be grateful for. Outstretch your arms and connect with your own inner sacred haven, that special place within your heart and mind. It can be somewhere real or imaginary. It is safe for you to connect with your sacred haven, to retreat into the stillness and solitude and reflect on what you appreciate and dream about at this time. There's an element of pause to this card, so do your best not to be disappointed if things aren't moving quickly for you right now. But appreciate what is, and soon you will move forward again. Yep. And finally, butterfly. As you gaze upwards and dream your dreams for the manifestation of a project, perhaps a more ideal or happy life, job, or relationship, just know something is happening. An ignited passion and clarity starts growing within you. Your heart opens as a strong desire within motivates you to follow this dream. There is great potential for action right now. Flow with the passion as you feel it and trust in those clear mental connections. You are being called to action. Now, we just talked about that. See? It all ties together. So guys, let me know in the comments how you like these oracle cards and if you would like me to keep using them. And let me know how this reading was for you. That about sums up what you guys can expect for the month. So guys, be sure to hit that like button and be sure to share this video as well. I'm sure it could be helpful to someone that you know. And if you're just joining this channel, please hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell. That way you'll be notified whenever I go live. I do daily live collective tarot readings, and there are a lot of helpful messages in there that can help guide you along your day-to-day throughout the month. So, I also want to give a big shout out to all of you guys that like, comment, and share these videos. I see you. And I also want to thank you guys for the donations. Thank you so much for booking private readings. And thank you so much to those of you that have become members of this channel. Your support means the world to me, and I really do appreciate you guys allowing me to live my dreams every single day. So I'm forever grateful for you guys for that. And until next time, stay blessed, not stressed. Peace and love.